What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel where we're doing music covers, original music, album reviews, song reviews, a little social commentary here and there, reactions, whatever the day calls for. If you like what you see here, please subscribe to the channel. If you have content on here, I will subscribe to you as well. I am all about supporting up-and-comers on here. The band we're about to get into today, I'm pretty familiar with, and I've known about since they've been on the scene pretty much. It's seen better days, but I actually still somehow have the very first Chelsea Grin EP. And I don't even know if they're still making these anymore, but yeah. My experience with this band is pretty hit or miss. They made that EP and I thought it was pretty fun. You know, it was pretty simple and kind of sloppy in some places and very raw sounding, but it was just a fun one. And after that, I kind of fell off with them because they kind of fell into the whole super overproduced and kind of generic cookie cutter kind of deathcore with their first full length and the one after that. Like, some of them just grabbed me more than others, and by the time they did those two full lengths, they weren't really on my radar anymore. But then they released this Evolve with Jason Richardson on guitar, and it was a huge step up from anything I'd ever heard them do before. Lilith is an incredible track. So I thought, you know, this new lineup at the time was gonna really blow my mind moving forward. That didn't really happen. But fast forward to the Chelsea Grin of today, and we do not have, other than the bassist, a single original member left. They enlisted Tom Barber on vocals now, which started on their last album, and I will say that they've come a long way from their beginnings. I'll definitely say that. From that album, the song 9:30 AM, I covered that here on this channel, and I gotta say, it was a bit tougher than I thought it was going to be, you know, because I'm used to Chelsea Grin kind of being simpler. I thought Eternal Nightmare had some hiccups in it, but it was definitely a good step forward with the new sound of this band, and I definitely prefer the vocals of Tom Barber, who I love in Darko. They've been kind of quiet for a few years, but releasing a song here and there, but they finally have an album coming out. It's actually a double album, Suffer in Hell and Suffer in Heaven, and I believe Suffer in Hell is the one that's going to be coming out first. This particular song I definitely wanted to check out because it features the late Trevor Strnad of the Black Dahlia murder, who passed away tragically recently, and the Black Dahlia murder was a big part of my musical comeuppance, if you will. I mean, like a lot of the first couple like local bands that I played in here in PA, we were all about sounding like Black Dahlia murder. And the first two Black Dahlia murders, I still own those. I still got those too, and they were definitely a very influential band for me, and his passing did kind of hit me hard. So this is, as far as I know, the last thing that he ever did was this feature on this song. And hearing somebody that does the more classic melodic death metal sound meshed in with this deathcore band, it definitely piques my interest, and I definitely want to hear this. So yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get into it. This is Chelsea Grin with the song Forever Bloom featuring Trevor Strnad from the Black Dahlia murder. Let's get into it. on Evolve and on the last album, Eternal Nightmare, see like little flourishes here and there of like a darker black metal kind of feel behind like just mostly a deathcore still. This one, I feel like they really went all in on the black metal feel and vibe to accommodate Trevor's presence in this song. I mean, this is probably one of the darkest and more traditional metal inspired tracks I've ever heard Chelsea Grin do. Like the core element of the sound, the deathcore element, definitely took a back seat here to a more traditional black metal, a little bit of thrash metal. It's definitely a different vibe. And for the most part, I think it worked pretty well here. This song didn't really blow me away or anything, but it did have a couple cool parts. I like the thrash part a lot. And just that general vibe, like the dark black metal vibe. As is usually the case with modern day Chelsea Grin, there was a lot of kind of production on the vocals, and I feel like that production made it a little bit hard to distinguish where Tom Barber ends and Trevor begins. Like I had to really listen for that, even though they're very different style of vocalists. The way this track is produced, it just kind of has them sounding just kind of equal in the mix and in the approach. And, you know, if somebody was not familiar with the Black Dahlia murder and did not know that there was a guest in this song, they might think that this is just more stuff that Tom Barber's doing. But I think the addition of Tom Barber here and just this scaling it down to a 4-piece has definitely led to a more focused Chelsea Grin. Sometimes they'll have like a song that's really, really good, and in the second half, they'll either start doing a really boring, generic kind of breakdown or something really, really corny vocally. There was a few songs on Eternal Nightmare that was kind of plagued from that. There are definitely songs by this band that I like better than this, but it was pretty good. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Everybody here did a pretty good job. Didn't really hear the bass guitar too much. Never really do too much in this genre. So that's all I really got to say about this one. I'm hoping to listen to and review the new Polyphia album that came out today, this weekend sometime. I'm really excited to hear that one. That was one of my most anticipated releases of the year, the new Polyphia. So hopefully time will allow for that. And that's all I really got to say about this one, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching.